Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I'm Ribbert, this is one of my builds and the game is SimCity 4. I'm gonna be building a bunch of new neighborhoods, planning out a new road plan and all that on a very steep slope, so I am gonna have to try and figure out ways to work with the slope, and it's a slope that has a gradient in two directions. So I've come up with some ideas. I'm gonna try them out. I just wanted to show some of the work I did in between the episodes here. I did this little bit of greenery and I changed these bus stops to have all the thingies in the middle, and I thought it made a very cool shape in the middle there. Don't know if that's realistic. I guess it would normally just be a straight thing and the buses would just stop in the middle of that thing, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe you'd have bays, especially. Yeah, whatever. I don't think those assets exist. I haven't really found a very convincing bus stop. What I also did is change the mountain over here a little bit. I'm gonna remove these. I mean, they're nice buildings, but yeah, this is the kind of road plan or thingy that I wanted to go for. And I also installed a real highway slope mod, so I don't know. Okay, that's kind of decent. I don't know, I think maybe, I mean, it has a gradient and I changed the value for it so it would be less restrictive than the rails that I'm already using for sloping things. So I can now use this slope in addition to this slope, which would be what you'd get from the rails. So let's compare them together. So let's say this is a height. And then, well, I'll just do a bit here. Yeah, so this is the max gradient of this. Wait, maybe I can just... I'm just trying to give it a good show, or give it a good... give you a good idea of how steep it is. Maybe it's too steep. I think I upped it to 10 degrees or 12 maybe. Maybe I did 12. I do remember that the rails are either 7 or 7.5. So I did want something that was a little bit steeper than that. And I think, I mean, let's compare them close. So it's a bunch steeper. I don't know, I think it's, for a car, you do see these kind of roads. But of course they wouldn't be in highways, so... But then, real highways are a pain to place in themselves, so you don't really want a restrictive slope for those. Alright, so I installed that as an alternative for using the rails, so I could maybe give myself a bit more leeway in terms of how to plan these things out. Over here I just built a bit of industry in order to actually grow something here, because I need more high paying jobs in this city for having something like this to grow. Yeah, and I tried this little idea. I think the best way to show it is by showing the zones, and maybe that's not true. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, what I did here is I zoned a 5x5 here and a 5x5 here. I think this, wait, how did the sounds look? Yeah, okay. What I did was I made a little bit of a parking area, so that a minimal amount of this road had to be flat in order to zone around here. So I basically made it like a, I don't know, a split off, I suppose you'd call it. And then the idea was to just let this road be on the slope, and then maybe use like other angles and stuff to achieve the grade of sloping that you'd need. Maybe do a bit of a zigzag. But the idea is that I do want the houses to be as, pretty much absolutely flat, because things look weird when it's not flat. For instance, and this one now has a big thingy over there, and you could make an argument that it kind of looks cool, but it also looks weird when you see this path and then there's this little triangle elevated by about 10 meters into the sky, or maybe even more than 10 meters. So it's weird. Alright, let's just say it's weird. So the next iteration of this idea will be that I keep a gap. I keep this little gap for the sloping, and I think I might even, I'm just gonna open the park menu for a bit. I might even, wait, I forgot. I think the one I want to use, I'm just gonna plop this thing down. I don't know why I still have that installed that way. The annoying thing is now I need to like play, and I kind of paused it on, I guess I won't do trees and plants this episode. I paused it on the 1st of September, so, well, maybe I'm still in September, and okay. I paused it in September because that lets you place the seasonal plants at the right time of the year. So I might use something like this, then on the side slope over there, and I think this one looks pretty cool. I kind of remember it differently. I think, yeah, that's pretty much the only one I have. Yeah, so I might use something like that then along the road, or I might use pet malls, because pet malls also, and I'll use some bus stops, of course, somewhere around. Yeah, okay. But that's, yeah, what I'm planning to do with that is probably just fill this whole area up eventually. But I suppose for now I'll just start over here. Yeah, and if I'm gonna use those things, then I'll just do that off camera and make sure that I will remove the MML thingy that keeps derping it out. Alright, so in terms of zoning, I have these 5x5s that I've been showing off. Well, not these necessarily, but there's like, I think, yeah, this is a 5x5, which I like. Something's growing there, which is a 5x5. And I do have some 6x6s, I think. Yeah, this is a 6x6, so that's a nice one. That's a 5x5er, that's a 6x6er. But my I don't know, I thought I had so much more installed. Okay, this is also a 6x6, okay. So I do have quite a bunch of these kind of towers. I think I have a bunch of 6x6, but I'm pretty sure that I also have a bunch of 8x8s. So I'm not sure whether I actually search for the 8x8s and 6x6s specifically, but I do want to, because this one only uses 6x6 and 5x5s, and I think I want to figure out how to do a pattern with this and 8x8. So that's gonna be the challenge for the residential part of this build. But over here I'm gonna do commercial, because this is the central business area and I do need high paying jobs for my city. So I'm gonna build a road in this general direction. And yeah, I'm trying to find a spot. I think I'll just fill this whole area. Oh, I might continue these embankments. Let's go embankment. You. They are in here. I'll need one of these corners. Okay, I used factorial hotkeys again. So there was a bit of a tournament for Factorio Biter battles, not this Sunday, but like a week ago ish. And yeah, I don't know, I wasn't on a team, but I did help a team develop their strategies and stuff, and I think they did pretty well, but they didn't win because they were up against a speedrunner and a bunch of very good players. So yesterday they did a couple of show matches against a not so speedrunnery opponent, and I think they did one with the full roster and then one when a couple of guys needed to leave because people have things to do, I suppose. And yeah, I don't know, I think the team has come along pretty well. So yeah, if you're interested in a game like Factorio, I mean, yeah, you could check out some of those matches. It's not necessarily a bunch of speedruns, but the strategies they use do have a lot in common with speedruns, because in biter battles you basically have to build faster than the other team. So you end up using a lot of speedrun strategies and optimizations, and because you're in a team you also have to make some very rigorous yeah, what do you call it? I suppose you'd call it agreements, or yeah, you have to discuss beforehand what everybody's gonna build, when they're gonna build it, how much of it they need to build. So that's, I don't know, I think it is a very interesting concept. So yeah, if you're interested in a game like Factorio, then I would definitely recommend that you go check it out a bit. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's a cool game. So that was where a bunch of my week went, at least, well, not really my week, but like a bunch of the free time of this week went into. Another thing that I did a lot was there's this other tournament. I don't know why everybody is hosting tournaments these days, but there's also a World Snooker tournament that I just have a bit of a tradition with a couple of my friends, that we just like to watch snooker and talk about snooker on an app or on WhatsApp and stuff. Of course, this year it's a bit hard to watch it together in person, but we still like to talk about it a lot. So yeah, that's also something that has happened. Oh, these already have planters, so maybe I put a planter here and then a bench near there. Yeah. I'm sorry for wasting your time today. Well, if you think watching a video like this is a waste of time, then yeah, you might be right. But I don't know. I think there's a certain idea in the world that time is money and time is precious. But I don't know. To some degree it is precious and it is very important to, especially in the business sense, to have a certain efficiency. But I don't know. I think... What is this? Oh, those are extender pieces. Oh. I wonder if this has end pieces. I think at some point you shouldn't keep worrying about time and efficiency. At some point you should just enjoy life. And maybe that's a bit of a hippie kind of thing to say, to just enjoy life. Wait, is it... would it work like this? Oh yeah, that looks better. Oh, you can use those as a sort of outer corner. A very tight outer corner. And now I have a bunch of stairs there. Don't think that would work very well over there though. So yeah, I think when you think about how to use your time and whether you're wasting your time, I think in general you just need to worry about, are you enjoying your life? And yeah, maybe you should also think about if you're not just... Because enjoying your life is one thing, of course, but then there's also thinking about the future, making sure that you're not forgetting about things that you should do. I don't know. I think it's too early for me to be philosophical because I'm just... I don't know, I think that all didn't make any sense at all. But if you think it makes sense, let me know in the comments, because yeah, I don't know. And maybe just give me a bit of an idea of what your ideas are about life and time and wasting time and stuff like that. What helps you get out of bed in the morning? Okay. So I don't quite understand how these are meant to work. I suppose you could do something with a double. Maybe this is a rounded edge. No, those don't line up. So I don't know how I'm supposed to transition that into something. So maybe that's just the end, but then see, the problem is if I flatten this out, then this bottom bit of stairs gets super derped, because then this slope is gonna cut in through the model. I think it's a 3D model, yeah. It looks pretty nice like this, so I don't want that to happen, but I guess the set just wasn't finished or something. Or I'm missing something, that might be true. What's this? It's just a flat filler. Yeah. This is the one I used, so I could use this one to transition back into normal one, and then maybe use an inner corner over here. I think that might look cool. I'll just try something like this, and then fill in the rest of this area with some let's just do one of these. Oh, that's a planter one. I didn't want the planter one. I wanted the empty one. I'm bad at reading right now, so I keep plopping things down. Oh. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay. By the way, the creator of this mod did say, not to me specifically, but he said in the description of the mod that some of these parts don't really align very well, and you can see that especially for the inner corner. There's sometimes some issues, but over here there's no issues, so I'm not sure what's causing that, but maybe it's got something to do with this? No. I think I'll try to, no. So this needs a bit of a slope, and let's see what it looks like with the real highway one. Okay. I'm not sure yet how to get the best slope over there, but I think I need to do something like this and then use the real highway. Yeah. So that gives you a pretty nice slope. I don't know. I think I like that. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this, and I think what I'll do though is use the slope along the way, maybe something like that at least, and I can always use a terraform tool to make that better. And then here we have a bunch of area that we can fill with some offices. So I'll do a 3x3 there. And I think what I want to do is use some pad moles again. I'll just use some of these. But I also want to use a bus stop, or no, there's bus stops right there. Doesn't make sense to use a bus stop. And I'll just try to get something cool in here maybe. That doesn't make sense, there's benches right there. Some of these things are like directly from plazas. I could just use a plaza. Just to show, I'll plop down a plaza. I think the ones with the flowers in the corners are like they're directly copied from a plaza. If you look at this, there's these flowers in the corners, and I do think the name of the mod says Petmol Plaza, so yeah, that's pretty much directly copied. I don't know if those little extras are like not just copied from plazas. I don't know how many variations the plazas have. Okay. I think what I want to do now is have some more commercial zoning around here. And at some point I'm gonna start going up this mountain, and at some point I'm also gonna remove this, but that might be a little while. Yeah, I think I should start going up the mountain right about now. Yeah, I think having like a boulevard road, and maybe you just extend this as far as it goes. I think that might work out nicely, and then at some point I'll just use some plants and stuff to make this like a bit of a green little area. And one thing I kind of want to keep in mind, and I guess over here I'll transition into fractionally angled roads, if that makes sense. I think it makes sense. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, fractionally angled roads overlap by 3 or by 2, but the ones that overlap by 2 are a little bit more restrictive, so I tend to use the 3 because it has more puzzle pieces. Of course you can't make, well, of course, you can't make neighbor connections with fractionally angled roads, so at some point you need to transition back. And I think I'll just do it like that. And then it makes sense to actually flatten that out so it looks a bit more natural. So that's gonna be a bit of a boulevard road. I'm just gonna leave it like that, maybe? I don't know. I think I just make it a road. Why not, right? I mean, I've shown how to put it down now. Yeah, to make the transition you just do that one. Do this and then click there. For these you don't need to do anything super special, you just drag a 6. And then there's a 2 and a continue, and I do want to make a connection. So that's that. Yeah, so in the general vicinity of this station I do want to be there to be commercial. At some point I want to transition into industrial, because I'm planning or hoping at some point to find the time to do a big harbor build on the next tile over. And that's, I mean, that's gonna be like midsummer or something before I get to that, but that's what I'm planning. And when I'm looking over here, there's these rails. I'm pretty sure I want one of these rails to go over there, but the terrain is the terrain is just so steep over here, so I'm definitely gonna change the way this terrain works. Probably make this into a bit of a bend, and then have the rails go over there, and maybe have one of them curl around to find the right height to continue on this terrain. Though, yeah, this is still super steep. Over here it's not so steep anymore, but that's after a bunch of steepness. So if I'm gonna get one of these rail lines to connect to a town or to the outer world over here, I'm gonna need to do some zigzagging, which I'm not against. I think zigzagging, it's probably gonna involve me zigzagging in this direction, because there's more friendly terrain around here. But yeah, so when I'm gonna design this residential system kind of thing over here, I might want to keep in mind that at some point there needs to be some rail in between stuff. So I mean, I can always just bulldoze a bunch of buildings and build a rail, but yeah, I kind of like to not do that. I would kind of like to not do that. Alright. The system. I'm probably not gonna use these roads and just gonna remove them at some point. This is all gonna be removed. Yeah, I find it hard at a moment like this to just start building at some point. So I'm sorry for the hesitation. I think over here I still want a bunch of commercial. So I think what I'll do is I'll make another one of these. Over here I want a road up that goes around over here. It seems yeah, I'm looking for a good height to use, and I think I actually want to increase this a bit and use that height. Maybe that lines up better to things. I don't know why I'm flattening all that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't flatten all that. So these two points are the middle. I'm just gonna use that to do this, and then these can still be on a slope, something like that. These will be the parking lots, and the rest will be zoning, is the idea. So I can do a 4x4 around here, and maybe just have a little bit of a parking lot like that. Yeah, alright, I'll figure it out. So something like that. And I'm talking about parking lots, and you might be wondering, how is he gonna do parking lots? Wait. I'll not extend that maybe. Well, you might also not be wondering because you're not new to the game, but this is a street add-on mod, SAM. It's part of the network add-on mod, and it allows you to change the look of streets. And one of the creative ideas somebody came up with at some point was to make them look like parking lots. So very happy with that. I'm just gonna use the real highway thingy to try and get some smooth slopes, and I'm not sure if it's working. Maybe if I do it like this. And it's still pretty steep over there, and then this is all. Maybe I just want to use the rails for now because it's all not very steep. And then when the rails stop working, I'll start looking to use the highway. Yeah, this is still very smooth, so that's fine. That's fine. I'll connect it like that. And this tends to happen where you drag a road next to a street and then it derps it out a little bit. I think the trick, okay. Sometimes I derp. Yeah, I think this is the trick to stop that from happening. I'm pretty sure that I want to connect it over here, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if this road will exist in the future, so and over here, maybe I want this to be a thing. Maybe I just delete this one. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Yeah, I'm using shift and control for that one, and I didn't have to use any buttons over there, but you could use shift and control and whatever. You can also use alt to rotate to change the alignment. Over here, this one's next to a very slopey road right now. I don't want that. Oh, I actually have an extra space here now. Do I want that? Not sure, I don't think I do. Wait, what does this, because I do not like this transition. Yeah, oh, it's always gonna be a derpy transition, is it? Why does it do it like that? Can I do this? No, it just does the same thing basically. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because this concrete texture just looks a lot cleaner than that. I'm making a fuss out of a very small deal. Alright, let's do some more building. So, commercial. I think over here I'll just do a medium-sized bend or small bend. Well, I guess a small bend would be this would be a small bend, and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say that I want to do a medium-sized bend. I don't know, from some angles, because I tried to drag it from here and it didn't work, but now it does work. It's a weird one for me. But it's a nice little bend. Alright. Do I want to put an 8x8 building here? Yeah, I think we can extend the commercial in this general area a bit more, but over here I do think I want to start getting some residential down. I could do a couple of 8x8s because this area is pretty empty. I don't know what they will look like. I think I want to do a double spacing for an 8x8. So this would be part of it. I'm just gonna use this tool to like denote how big the area needs to be before I'm just gonna use this kind of pattern because it lets me recognize how big an 8x8 would be a bit more easily. And I'll use this to see. This would then be like a parking area, and maybe over here I'll just end it with a bunch of parks. I could have done that over here, just a plaza at the end or something, but it's not a big deal. And then over here that was a misclick, or not really a misclick, just a miss in general, a misthink, because I thought about it and clicked it, so I don't know. Then after I clicked it, I noticed it was bad. Alright, so something like this. And this is all gonna be flat. And what height would you use for that? Well, I think one of these heights is fine. And maybe I won't flatten this out yet. I don't know. Maybe I want to just put some trees down there. But yeah, so the road will be over here. So I can now plan out the real network or road network a bit. and it's okay, it wants to go into the moon, and I don't want it to go there. Yeah, alright, that looks alright for me. So this little area is still relatively flat, but it's gonna get crazy over there. So I think if I want to use some 8x8s, I'm gonna have to do it around here, and then transition into 6x6ers, and then finally 5x5ers, and at the end, if it's really getting crazy with the steepness, I probably have to do some small homes, like I did with the meandering road. I didn't get a lot of views for the meandering road episode. I guess my title was not clickbaity enough or something like that. I don't really want to do clickbait titles, I don't know. I do want to have interesting titles, but I don't really want to be deceiving with the interesting titles I have. And maybe my titles aren't interesting. I don't know. I might not be very good with those kind of things. Alright. I might just do two separate and then do a thingy like that and see how that looks with the parking lots. An 8x8, it's probably needs high density. Is this 8x8? Yes, it is. It probably needs high density, but I don't know for sure. So I'm just gonna use medium right now. That looks like 8x8 to me. Now, I think a bit of park makes sense here though. And then maybe leave this like that. I don't know. The bus stop over there might make sense. So you could remove this, make a bus stop right there. I'm just gonna put a medium park, or well, medium playground is fine. Don't think it has a big difference between the park and the playground. Though the ground texture for the playground is like a different shade of green, I've noticed. I don't know, I think there's like a park mod or something that I'm using that's causing that to happen. Yeah, so what I'll do here is just put a bus stop on the other side. Just use one of these, right? Does that look okay, or do I want to use a different? Let's just look at all the bus stops I have. So I have these. I've shown these off in my previous series even. These are all random. There's like a bunch of different random stuffs for those. Then we have these. I'm not sure I like these because I am not familiar with this type of a bus stop. Let's look at them from the front. Though they're like a bit of a kiosk, so it's like a fry shop that's also a bus stop or something like that. I don't know. I've seen those things, but I don't think I want to use them. And then there's of course these, which I've used near the station. You've seen those. And there's also this one. It's a mountain theme pack one. It's designed to be used with either the agriculture mod or the mountain theme pack kind of stuff. It has a bunch of trees to indicate that it's... Oh, I have some more. Oh, these are also mountains. Or maybe these are... yeah, these are spam. It's very similar. It just has a different shade of green on the ground and different trees. So it might be a bit more for a... And this is vanilla. I don't know, these seem a lot more familiar to me. That's why I've been using them, because we do have bus stops that are very, very simple like this, but then they also have like signs and yeah, signs indicating, well, in these days they actually have digital signs that actually show the times of the upcoming buses. But they used to have just the signs showing which bus stops at that stop. Oh, look at them going in sync. Yeah, I guess the vanilla one has something like that. Well, it might be different how that's depicted in countries. Of course, there's probably in the bus stop there's probably also a little bit of a chart or a map that shows the routes and stuff like that, but yeah, there's yeah, I think it's normal to have like in some bigger letters that you can actually read from a distance to see which buses are stopping at the stop. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do a bus stop over there. Seems good. Seems good. I don't know why I'm using memes when I speak. I'm just a memer, I guess. Wait. Why not just do one of these? I don't know why not. This is flat, so that should be fine. Alright. Yeah, I think I just want to remove these now. It's gonna cost me some jobs. Some jobbers. Yeah, I think I also want to at some point just find a good spot to zone some more industry. Power. I think they have power now. I'm not sure. I think this is just a connecting road, and then I want to zone from either this road inwards or that road inwards. But then... Alright. I think the trick I did with the zoning actually makes a bit of sense. So... maybe I want a bunch of 4x4s around here, right? I do think I want to use the boulevard just as a straight up kind of thing. I'll do one with a bit of extra space for some plazas or something. Maybe I'll do a 6x2 for the 4x4s. So keep this. I do think it might look interesting to have a bit of a gradient here, but this is a bit too steep for me. So maybe something like this might be better. Oh. Yeah. I could actually give them 3 different levels. Let's try that. So I'll do one on this level. It's probably gonna need to be over there. Cause yeah, probably. And then one on this level. And now I need to find a way to find a good in between. So I think what I'll do is just use Shift 1. That is in between. Not exactly in between. I think one more click might do the trick. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme. But I'm kinda happy with it rhyming. Because I do like funny things like that. Yeah, so 3 different heights. I'm gonna flatten this out. Maybe I flattened this out though. Make a plaza like that. And then just swoop in. Yeah. Yeah. Although, yeah. Although, no. No. I'm sorry for being yeah and no all over the place, but I'm gonna change my ideas. By the way, when you use petmols, they actually lock the terrain, so it can help you. I haven't really worked with that idea yet, but you can like place it around here if you really like the way this gradient looks, and then start doing some other stuff around, and then this won't get derped. And I think I could have used that a bunch in the episode where I can't find the word, where I'll do bus stop over here. Okay, I'll do force in that direction. Yeah, where I did the meandering road like last episode, because I did have some trouble at some points in time. I don't really like the way that looks. Wonder if the mountain theme pack one is like, yeah, it's more slope transforming, conforming, I don't know the word. What do I want in the middle of those? I guess just some different texture, because it does, I do need to connect all of these together. And I think I'll just use the sandstone texture here. Yeah, maybe use it over here as well. I think it has a pretty nice combination of colors. Alright, these are commercial. I don't know how long I've been recording, but it might be too long already, and I'm just gonna call it good around here. I don't know. I don't mind one facing the road there, but it's weird to me how it decides these things. Why is this one facing? Okay, it can't face that direction, so the next one is that. Oh, so that is the priority direction? Because I do believe roads and petmols are in the same tier of how eager buildings want to face into them. So yeah, interesting. Or not, I don't know. You might find it super lame to know things like that. Now I'm gonna check the power. So I'll probably do a time lapse of me building a bunch more of this stuff next week or the week after that. I've had a bit of trouble finding the time to build these, but I hope you like this episode. I'm just gonna let it play at maybe high speeds. I'll do this one and then just turn on the day-night cycle, and then you can just see this thing grow, hopefully. Maybe not, because I forgot to do the industry again. We'll see. It does look like something's growing. Not sure about the 8x8s. They might be they might have some trouble. Alright, I think this is the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I would like to see you again. Goodbye.